So my guess is that inside here there's a valve that's supposed to be a relief valve for pressure that is stuck, and it's overpressuring and filling up the engine with fuel, and carburetor's flooding. So we're going to take it apart real quick, see what's going on. There's the spring. See, that's what I figured it wasn't going to come out. So. Kind of learned this trick a long time ago, and I mean, this is a very simple version of it, but I take something apart that I'm not familiar with, right? I will put it back together in order that it came apart, right? So we could do down the road. If it's a pattern, these are different lengths, then I'd set them up in the shape they are and make sure they get in the right spot, or I'd drop them back in the plate. But this should be going back together fairly soon before another project, so we'll just lay them out. So there's our valve right there. So let's see if we can free it up. There we go. So it's stuck on that for some reason. I'll be right back. Stuck on the end going out too. I guess the question now is, how do I get it the rest of the way out? Anyway. annoyingly slippery. Well, those don't have much of a grip on them, do they? No, those do, though. Those have some teeth. Maybe that's why they went that. We'll see. There's no real good way to get around that corner and push it out. So I think I got a good grip on it. Got it. All right. So this little guy right here gets on the end of that spring. It's supposed to push open and close. Let's see. Yeah. Put this over here. There we go. So this sits in there. See how it's kind of hollow in there for just a little bit? That is supposed to sit over where you see that. Inside there. And it got stuck on there. Either internally or the outside of this got stuck inside there. It's kind of hard to tell which, but if my guess is it got stuck on that thing. So, not sure how I'm going to deal with all that. Let me think about it for a minute. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back with a plan. Now, that plan is now, I damaged it. Where it goes on, and it's supposed to slide over. I accidentally damaged it. I was going to try to get that piece out of there, and it didn't play out too well. But what I'm seeing is with that damage, that piece is now not sliding over it to make a seal, which I think is okay. I think that carburetor only takes a couple of PSI, and this is capable of making much more than that, especially with the amount of flow. So I'm honestly thinking that damaging it right there so it doesn't slide all the way on. It's not catching anymore. It pops right off because it's not really sliding over it. Might, I don't know. It might get me around for a little bit. It's a design bypass, and I think there's enough flow that it'll work. So let's get it back on the table. All right, so I don't think that spring pressure. Let's put the spring back in. I don't think it's enough to make it catch on there anymore. Oh. They got a pair of hawks that live here. It's pretty cool hearing them sometimes. I don't know. I think it'll work. It's not sticking anymore. I'm just pushing it down my finger now. And it was fairly tight last time, so let's put it back together. And just go throw it on a truck, see what happens. When I was younger, they talked about people who are left-handed and right-handed, and then people who are ambidextrous, like use both their hands. I think Bo Jackson was one of those back in the day, right? So I was like, man, the human mind can do both of them, and the hands are just kind of mirrors of each other anyway, right? Why can't I teach myself to use both of my hands fluently? So I spent some time writing with my left hand. I spent some time doing things that I would normally do, eating and this and that and the other with my left hand. And, I just kind of practiced. Using it. then I started using it at the same time I was using my right hand, which was kind of cool. And, years in the military, aircraft engineer, you kind of learn how to work blind, and then it all kind of comes together to where you just kind of do it. It'll work. All right, let's go ahead and reinstall it. Grab a wrench. Of course, I didn't grab the ratchet. That'll hold it in place though. Yes, I'll make a better connection with this later, but until this works reliably. Duct tape, electrical tape reliably works. All right. Now I just need to make a battery magically disappear or appear. I don't have that technology, but I got a pause button. Call this the battery rodeo. One battery, 5 cars to use it in. Call this the ranch workout. Girls. Can't do a whole lot of that. A lot of years of it, but keep a little bit in here and there. Try to keep things as good as you can. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go turn the key on so I have control out here over the power down to the pump. And there I can, if it's going to bubble over in that carburetor, I'll be able to stop it faster than run around and turn the key off. So. Seems to be working fine. Let's fire it up. What do you say? I think I ran out of gas. Now remember, a Holley pump is supposed to be below the tank, and this is not, so I have to go prime it real quick. All right, I'm gonna prime it a different way, hang on. All right, I'm gonna take it off up here at the carburetor real quick. That way it has more ability to flow some air through and not have to push it through the carburetor to get it to prime. Once it's primed, it works fine, but since I had it apart, just a second here. Let's see. Or my fix didn't work. And it's just bypassing the entire time. But I don't think that's what's going on. Oh, hey. I can hear it trying. Let me try to find a different way. All right. Don't ask, I won't tell you how I got that thing primed, but there's fuel up here now. That's why Holley says mount it below the tank. Alright, now we get to see if the bypass valve is working or not by seeing if that thing overflows. Looks good to me. Let's try firing it up again. gas again. It did. Yeah, so the one thing I do know is that it's actually out of gas. I had like a gallon I got in there and I got a little bit of it primed into it, but yeah, see, I gotta go fill that up. But looks like the bypass worked. It didn't spill any fuel out while I had it, so I think that's a success. Hit the gas station, go get some fuel, and then we'll put the battery. That's where the battery came from, obviously. Anyway, got a runner driver. All we need is a little fuel, and we got a runner driver there. Don't worry about my overflow tank. Anyway, guess I'll see you guys on the next video.